Welcome to Book Binge. My name is Donna, and of course this is Sam, and we're here today to talk to you about books that we've binged.
Yeah, so today I really wanted to share Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. Now, this isn't the book I recommend to everybody, where it's got a lot. So this, first and foremost, it is a romance. It's not just a romance, but if you don't like romance, you are not going to like this book. It's just how it is.
It's a big part of it.
It's a big part of it. It's highly unfair to go into a book and just expect it to be something it isn't. So that's the first thing. There's also, it's definitely for mature audiences. More mature audiences, with some of the content in it as well. So do keep that in mind if you don't like swearing, if you don't like a lot of violence, sexual content, any of that, this might not be the book for you. Now for that very, very long opening, I loved it. It was awesome. You should definitely read it. So after World War II, Claire and her husband Frank go on vacation together. We hate Frank, don't worry. They were both in the war, so they're trying to rekindle their relationship. Unfortunately for Frank, Claire falls through the standing stones and right into 1743, beginning an epic journey, where she meets a host of complicated characters, including Jamie Fraser. We love Jamie. Just letting you know how things stand.
So we get the first one and the second one.
In more ways than one. Their relationship is very interesting, and like any good romance, it's incredibly messy. But you're rooting for them the whole time, and he's awesome. Mostly. He's mostly awesome. But they've also got these beliefs in magic and fairies. I know.
And a good kilt.
Well, that didn't hurt. My great-grandmother was actually Scottish, and so she's so superstitious. So she taught these superstitions to my mom, who always taught them to me. So a few moments I'd read it and I'd be like, that is what you do. They'd be like, no it isn't, who does that? This book is just also full of adventure. Beautiful places and just really compelling characters. So many twists and turns. And twists and turns again. You've read it as well, so
I have, a long time ago. Yeah.
I'm sure you remember a few of them.
They did have some highlights, yeah.
Yeah. You guys, there's not a ton of magic, surprisingly, since they are superstitious, and the basis is time travel. But apart from the time travel, there's not much else in that fantasy. Okay. As for the TV show, it's an excellent companion to the books. I haven't seen all the way up to the most recent season, but the seasons I've watched, they've just made the book really come alive, which is not always the case.
That's true.
This book does not make you want to go back in time.
I can't remember if in this book or not, but I know when I sometimes think back in historical fiction, which seems to be my bent, and then I start to think, wait a minute. Did they have like toothbrushes and things?
No.
You know, and personal hygiene back then wasn't.
They mentioned that a few times.
I thought it might be, but I couldn't. Like I said, it's been a while since I've read it. Have you read any more of the Gabaldon series?
Well, I've read up to the 5th book. I finished the 5th book not too long ago, actually. I think I started reading them in 2015, but they're huge. I don't know if you're noticing, but this book is huge. This one in particular, I went to readinglength.com, one of my favorite resources. You can get an idea of how long a book will take to read on average, or how long it takes you to read. You just have to do a quick little reading test for how quickly you read, and then you can actually check on that. So this one...
Kind of like your old typing test. How many words per minute?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this one is, if you read about 250 words per minute, which is about the average, you're going to finish it in over 18 hours, which is a pretty substantial commitment.
Well, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time on Book Binge.
Bye.